What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Going to focus in on, with yet another postseason defeat and still having never reached the conference finals. What does this mean for Alex Ovechkin's legacy? And first of all, I think there's never been a superstar that's been as unfairly criticized and maligned as Ovechkin has in recent years. And I know that the hype with him and Crosby coming into the league together. And even Crosby's taken a ton of shit, especially in the last couple of years. But Crosby always had a little more team success earlier. If that, probably the best way to word it. Ovechkin, it was never, internationally too. I mean, Crosby's won 2 Olympic gold medals. Ovechkin, has led 2 really disappointing Russian hockey teams in the last 2 Olympics. So, it's really, that's, I think, kind of opened up some really, really, unfair lanes for those people to criticize. I mean, sometimes it's just laziness. We're gonna knock Ovechkin because we're gonna take this storyline and run with it. And the irony is, you look at postseason failures. His individual numbers, 70 points in 70 playoff games, are phenomenal. And he's only had one bad, playoff run. And that was he had 2 points in a 7-game loss to the Rangers in 2013. So you can't fault the guy for Washington not having won a Stanley Cup. I think if you fault him, you're an idiot. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you in this circumstance. I think he played really well in the series against the Rangers, and it's not easy to score in the playoffs. And I thought tonight in Game 7 he was the Capitals' best player by far. He was playing aggressive. He was shooting the puck. He was creating scoring chances for himself. And someone's still going to find a way to knock him. But I just think it's the epitome of unfair criticism. He's the apex goal scorer in the National Hockey League. And the irony is, at age 29, he'll be 30 in September. So he'll be 30 when next season starts. He has 475 goals, and he missed a season when he was 19, which would have been his rookie season, and have a season when he was 27 to lockouts. I mean, there's no way in hell he wouldn't have 500 goals for those 2 lockouts. So, that's just, even further on, he's an accomplished player that takes a lot of unfair criticism. But, he's always going to be a lightning rod for criticism until he wins the Stanley Cup. But, he's not the reason the Caps haven't won the Cup. And you buy that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. Anyway, that's all I got to episode of the Power Play with CJ on why people need to give Alex Ovechkin a break. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the playoffs and beyond. Later, guys.